Welcome to the class. I hope you all are doing fine, my dear students. Today, we will be going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Chemical Kinetics. First, you know the word chemical. Chemical means in which something new will form. And kinetics is a Greek word, which is kinesis. Kinesis means motion. So, you got the little bit idea about it. Chemical kinetics. My dear students, we have seen so many chemical reactions going on. Okay. Now, for a chemist, three questions always exist for a particular chemical reaction. First is the feasibility of the reaction. First question that comes in any chemist's mind is feasibility. Feasibility means occurrence. Whether a particular reaction can occur or not. Everybody switch on your cameras, switch on your videos, please. For example, I am saying carbon reacts with oxygen to form CO2. So first we will check whether this reaction can occur or not. As you see, there are lots of chemical compounds occurring around us. Even we also are chemical compound. So first we will check whether a particular reaction can occur or no. Okay. Next question which comes in a chemist mind is the extent of reaction. Next question is the extent of reaction, which means how much reactant combines to form product or how much product is formed. What is the extent of your reaction? And third, most important is your speed of reaction. You have seen there are so many reactions which immediately occurs in nature. Like in class 11th, you have seen acid-base titration. How fast these reactions are occurring. You only added one drop of acid to base or vice versa. You immediately see the change in color or observe some of the physical properties immediately. So we have to check the speed of the reaction also. Whether it is slow, whether it is fast. Suppose I will say convert carbon graphite into carbon diamond. It is not the fast process. It takes a lot of time for this conversion. So third parameter is your speed of reaction. Suppose I am taking into consideration any reaction. First, I will check whether that particular reaction is feasible or no, or spontaneous or not. For that field is your thermodynamics, which tells us the spontaneity or feasibility of a particular reaction, which tells us whether the particular reaction can occur or not. Second is your extent of reaction, which can be told by chemical equilibrium, which you have already discussed. Chemical equilibrium, or in case of ions, it is ionic equilibrium. Now last, which is the speed of the reaction, or I should say rate of reaction, is told by your chemical kinetics, which we will be studying in this particular lecture. Rest these two terms, about them you have discussed You already know these concepts in class 11. But what is chemical kinetics? It is that branch of chemistry which deals with the speed of a particular reaction. How much reactant converted into product in a particular time is your speed of the reaction, which we will discuss in this lecture. Okay? Fine. So, what is chemical kinetics? The branch of chemistry which deals with the speed of reaction, and what are the factors that control the speed of reaction, like your temperature, your activation energy, your concentration, which we will discuss one by one. So first, I hope the meaning of chemical kinetics is clear to you. Now, in this class, first we will take your important topic, that is rate of reaction. Rate of reaction. Rate of reaction means the speed of the reaction. Okay, it is the speed of a particular reaction. Suppose I am taking R, which is your reactant, a simple general equation which is converted into product P. Reactant converted into product P. How you will tell the speed of this particular reaction? We can determine the rate of reaction by two ways. By two ways, we can represent the rate of reaction. First, you will see with the passage of time, the concentration of reactant will be decreasing and same amount of concentration of product is increasing. Suppose I have started the reaction at time t1 and here the concentration of reactant is Ri, which means initial. So I am writing Ti. And after time t2, t final, time whatever may be the time, your reactant left is R final. Because with the passage of time, this concentration is decreasing. And in terms of product, taking at time t initial, product is Pi, and at time final, whatever may be the time, product is Pf, initial, final. Now, how you will represent the concentration, the rate of reaction? So, rate of reaction in terms of reactant is decrease in change in concentration of reactant, because with the passage of time, the reactant concentration is decreasing over change in time. Now, I can write for this, according to this data, I can write the rate of reaction is equal to what? Rf minus Ri over Tf minus Ti, and I am also putting negative sign here in terms of rate of reaction. In terms of reactant, this sign only represents the concentration of reactant is decreases. Okay, so I can also write the change in concentration of reactant. My dear students, this bracket is for concentration. It represents change by representing delta. The large change in concentration of reactant over change in time, it will be T final minus T initial. It will be R final minus R initial with negative sign. Why negative? Because with the passage of time, the concentration of reactant is decreases. Now, if I will say write the rate of reaction in terms of product, it will be again PF minus PI, their concentration, over PF minus TI, or it will be plus. Why plus? Because after some time the concentration of product is increases, it will be delta P concentration, product concentration over delta T. What I did, what I explained, I have tell you the rate of reaction, which means the speed of the reaction. How much time reactant will take to convert it into product. It can be represented in two ways. The number one is in the term of reactant concentration. As you know, the concentration of reactant decreases with the passage of time. So it will be final minus initial over change in time, and it will be product final minus initial over change in time. Till now, is there any doubt? Please let me know. Rate of reaction. Type of rate of reaction. Second topic, I am representing rate of reaction with ROR. Okay. It is of two types. Average rate and instantaneous rate. My dear students, I will explain this term by taking one common example of cricket. For example, one bowler is here. This data is given to you. Total number of overs he taken 6 overs. Like in 6 overs, first he take 8 runs. Bowler, one bowler is there. 10, 12, 13, 0, and your 9. Suppose this data represents one bowler who is taking 6 overs. In first over, he is taking run 8. In second, 10. Third over, 12. Fourth, third, 3. Fifth, 0. And in 9. And in sixth over, he is taking 9 runs. Now, total is comes out to be 9, 3, 12, 12, 24, 24, and it comes out to be 10, 12, 11, 11, 9. It comes out to be 42. For example, just a minute. Total is runs. Average runs he is taking in each over. How you will calculate the mean? It will be 42 by 6. That comes out to be 7. So on an average, he is taking 7 runs in every over. This is the average data. But if I will ask, just tell me in fifth over, how many runs he take? 0. So it represents the instantaneous data. So like this, average means what is your average speed in total interval of time. Suppose he is taking 6 overs and total 42 runs. So out of 42 on an average, he is giving 7 runs in an over. But if I will ask at a particular instant of time, at a particular moment, how much runs he is taking? That is your instantaneous rate. Or suppose at time 5 seconds, I started the reaction A, which forms B. If I will ask, this reaction comes in complete in 10 seconds, calculate the average rate. So you will calculate by using this data. But if I will ask, how much concentration of B will form at 7 seconds? Particular time period of time, if I will ask, then that will be your instantaneous rate, which is giving you the actual data. Average data may be false. Like in this particular case, average comes up to be 7. In a particular over, 7 runs will be there. But if you see this data, in fifth over, 0 run. In fourth over, third run, 3 run. So if we have to calculate the rate of reaction, then instantaneous rate is the good method to calculate the rate. Now I am explaining this by taking graphs. You know, this chapter comes in physical chemistry, and physical chemistry, a single graph gives you a complete detail. So for this, your graphical knowledge should be more. Like I am taking two graphs, concentration of reactant versus time and concentration of product versus time. Now, suppose I have started my reaction from here, because in the starting, my dear students, at time t is equal to 0, 100% reactant is unconsumed. Suppose I will start from here, but with the passage of time, as the time increases, the concentration of reactant will decrease. I am talking about irreversible reaction. Okay, irreversible reaction which proceeds only in one direction. And in terms of product, at time t is equal to 0, product concentration might be 0. So with the passage of time, it keep on increases. So this graph represents the concentration of reactant versus time. Why decreases? Because it is consuming during the reaction and it is forming during the reaction. Suppose I am asking, calculate the concentration of any reactant. This is the reactant at time after 5 seconds and after 10 seconds. So this is the initial concentration and this will be the final concentration. Okay, so you will see the concentration of reactant is decreases. This represents the reactant concentration at time 5 seconds. It is representing at 10 seconds. If now in terms of product, suppose I will ask again the concentration of at time 5 seconds, it will be Pi, and I will ask calculate the concentration at 10 seconds also. Then it will be like this. Now, if I will say calculate the average rate in this particular interval. So how you will write? It will be how much decrease in RF minus RI concentration over 10 minus 5. 10 seconds is the final time and 5. This will be your average rate of reaction. And if I will ask average rate of reaction for this, average for in terms of product, it will be plus concentration of final product minus Pi over 10 minus 5. Okay, or I can write R average is equal to plus minus change in concentration over change in time. Now this concentration, if it is for product, then plus sign will be used. And if it is for reactant, then minus sign will be used. Till now, is there any doubt? Please let me know. Till now, is there any doubt? Please let me know. Message me fast. Now I'm using the same graph and I will ask, please tell me what will be the rate of reaction at at particular 7 seconds. I am asking, please tell me the rate of reaction particular at 7 seconds. Suppose for this 7 seconds. Particular instant of time. Calculate. You will draw tangent here. You will draw tangent here and we will calculate dp over dt. We are taking derivative of it with respect to time. After drawing the tangent here, in average rate, we are taking delta because it represents a big change. And D means small change. It will be your instantaneous rate of reaction. And in terms of product, again it is plus, and in terms of reactant, it will be minus. Same. Why D? Because it represents the small change in concentration of reactant versus time. I hope it is clear to you. Now, I will take one numerical based on this after the small topic, that is units of rate of reaction. Units. Okay. In terms of rate, I am taking the concentration either of reactant or product versus time. What is the concentration unit? It is moles per liter, and for time it is per second. So your answer will be moles per liter per second. It will be moles per liter per second. And suppose we are talking about gaseous molecules. I am talking about gaseous species. My dear students, for these we are taking partial pressure of gases. So for unit of pressure is atmosphere. It will be atmosphere per second. Okay, it is the unit of your rate of reaction. Now take one question. Okay, first, by taking a simple example, you just have to represent the rate of reaction. It will be HI, hydrogen iodide. It decomposes to form H2 plus. Okay, my dear student, first always balance the equation. Now if I will say only write the rate of reaction, just their expression, rate of reaction. It is reactant, these are product. First balance the equation, it will be equals to decrease in concentration of HI over time with negative sign. But my dear student, here you have to see stoichiometric coefficient also. It is 2. Whatever is given to you, it should be comes in divided form. Like it will be minus 1 by 2 over change in concentration. Or if it is 3, then it will be 1 over 3. If it is will be 1 by 3, then it will be 3. Fine, you have to see the stoichiometric coefficient. But for this particular reaction, it will be minus 1 by 2 of concentration of HI versus delta T. In terms of reactant it is, or in terms of product it will be how much? Change in concentration of H2 over delta T, or in terms of I2 it will be change in concentration of I2 versus delta T. It is in the terms of product and it is in the term of reactant. Simple question it is, you just have to represent the rate of reaction. No value is given to you. Till then, any doubt, please let me know. The question is, for the reaction R2P, what is given to us? One question. A general reaction is given R2P. It is NCERT in-text question. The concentration of reactant changes from 0.03 molar to 0.02 molar in 25 seconds or minutes. It is 25 minutes. You have to calculate the rate of reaction in terms of minutes. You know the formula? How you will calculate the change in concentration of reactant? 0.03 minus 0, sorry, initial is, final is 0.02 minus 0.03 in 25 minutes means you have started from 0 and after 25 minutes. So I am writing only 25 minutes with negative sign and calculate it. Simple question, solve it. And do not forget to write the units. After that, it will be 0.01 over 25 moles per liter per second. Simple question it is. Is there any doubt? Please let me know. In today's class, we have taken into consideration the chemical kinetics. Chemical kinetics is that branch which deals with the study of speed of reactions of different chemical reactions and what are the factors that control the speed of reaction. Next, after that, I have discussed the rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is that factor which tells us the speed of a reaction. We can calculate the speed of reaction in two ways, either by changing the either by see the change in concentration of reactant over time or by taking change in concentration of product over time. In case of reactant, we have to put negative sign. Okay, and for product, we have to put positive sign. Because if you are not putting that sign, your answer comes out to be negative and speed cannot be negative. After that, we have discussed the type of rate of reaction, which is instantaneous and average. Average, which means we have to calculate the average speed of the reaction by taking the time interval, and instantaneous means at a particular interval of time. Units of the reaction are moles per liter per second, and in terms of gaseous molecules it is atmosphere per second. After that we have discussed one numerical. Till then Is there any doubt? Please let me know.